Jaya Radha Madhava. Hare Krishna. Trying to go live on Instagram, but my phone is messing up. So 1 second. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Let's try this again. Jaya Radha Madhava, Jaya Kunja Bihari, Gopi Jana Vallabha, Jaya Giri Varadari, Yashoda Nandana Brajajana Ranjana, Yamuna Tiravanachari, Jaya Radha Madhava, Jaya Kunja Bihari. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Back to reading Bhagavad-Gita As It Is. If you're new here, my name is Dan. I'm a former monk and I help people become more Krishna conscious. I help fallen souls become more Krishna conscious so they can experience eternal bliss. That's what I do. Okay, so we're continuing on reading from Bhagavad-Gita As It Is, Chapter 2, Text 3, Purport. We're in Chapter 2, Text 7, Purport. Okay. By nature's own way, the complete system of material activities is a source of perplexity for everyone. In every step, there is perplexity, and therefore it behooves one to approach a bona fide spiritual master who can give one proper guidance for executing the purpose of life. All Vedic literatures advise us to approach a bona fide spiritual master to get free from the perplexities of life which happen without our desire. Haha. Yeah, things in life happen without our desire, right? Like we don't want bad things to happen, but sometimes bad things happen, right? Like one day I was walking down the street in New York City and I got hit by a car. Now I wasn't planning that. That wasn't my desire, but that's what happened. They are like a forest fire. They are like a forest fire that somehow blazes without being set by anyone, the perplexities of material existence. Similarly, the world situation is such that perplexities of life automatically appear without our wanting such confusion. No one wants fire, and yet it takes place, and we become perplexed. We had a bunch of fires in America recently, so do you remember that? Do you remember that one time, like recently in Hawaii, like this fire came through, it destroyed the whole freaking city. Like the whole city was destroyed. It was horrific. um, the Vedic wisdom therefore advises that in order to solve the perplexities of life, wait, I missed something. Okay. No one wants fire, and yet it takes place, and we become perplexed. The Vedic wisdom therefore advises that in order to solve the perplexities of life and to understand the science of the solution, one must approach a spiritual master who is in disciplic succession, like Srila Prabhupada. He's a spiritual master and did the same. He's a descendant of Krishna, right? Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead, and Arjuna was one of his disciples. Okay, and then Srila Prabhupada is in the same line of disciplic succession connected to Krishna. Okay, so it's a chain. It's like a chain. Yeah, a person with a bona fide spiritual master is supposed to know everything. One should not, therefore, remain in material perplexities, but should approach a spiritual master. This is the purport of this verse. Approach a spiritual master, but if you don't have a spiritual master, if it's not so easy for you to access one, you can just read Srila Prabhupada's books. And Srila Prabhupada says, even by reading his books, you become like initiated. Like, so, yeah. This is the purport of this verse. Who is the man in material perplexities? It is he who does not understand the problems of life. In the Garga Upanishad, the perplexed man is described as follows. Yo vad etad eksharam gar yavidit vachma lokat prati sa kripana. He is a miserly man who does not solve the problems of life as a human, and who thus quits this world like the cats and dogs without understanding the science of self-realization, which is a lot of people. A lot of people die like animals. This human form of life is a most valuable asset for the living entity who can utilize it for solving the problems of life. Therefore, one who does not utilize this opportunity properly is called a miser. On the other hand, there is a Brahmin, or he who is intelligent enough to utilize the body to solve all the problems of life. So you got to solve the problems of life. What are the problems of life? Birth, death, old age, and disease. These are the problems of life that nobody can avoid. So how do you solve them? By becoming as Krishna conscious as possible. So at the time of death, you go back to God. You go back to Godhead. You go back to the spiritual world. That's how you solve the perplexities of life. So you got to prepare for death. Life is just basically a preparation for death. The Kripanas, or miserly persons, waste their time in being overly affectionate for family, society, country, etc. in the material conception of life. Do you waste your time? Are you overly affectionate? It doesn't say you can't be affectionate at all, but it says overly affectionate. Are you overly affectionate for family, society, country, etc.? Yeah. One who is often attached to family life, namely to wife, children, and other members on the basis of skin disease. Skin disease, that's like identifying with the body, okay? The Kripana thinks that he is able to protect his family members from death, or the Kripana thinks that his family or society can save him from the verge of death. Nobody can save you from death, my friends. Nobody can save you. So just like I was watching the Olympics, U.S. hockey, we won U.S. hockey, and like a year ago, this guy was riding his bike. He was riding his bike with his brother, and he got run over by a car. Like a drunk driver hit him, gone. So like nobody can protect you. Like it says, if Krishna wants to kill you, no one can save you, and Krishna wants to save you, no one can kill you. Such family attachment can be found even in the lower animals who take care of children also. Yeah, even the animals take care of their babies, right? Just like humans. So what's the difference? What's the difference between animals and humans? Because animals take care of babies, and like humans take care of babies. The difference is we can become self-realized. Okay, we can realize ourself, fully self-realized. We can ask questions like, what's the purpose of life? Why am I here? What is God? Who is God? How do I meet God? We can ask these questions. Animals can't ask these questions, as far as I know. Being intelligent, Arjuna could understand that his affection for family members and his wish to protect them from death were the causes of his perplexities. Although he could understand that his duty to fight was awaiting him, still on account of his miserly weakness, he could not discharge the duties. He is therefore asking Lord Krishna, the supreme spiritual master, to make a definite solution. He offers himself to Krishna as a disciple. He wants to stop friendly talks. Talks between the master and the disciple are serious, and now Arjuna wants to talk very seriously before the recognized spiritual master. Krishna is therefore the original spiritual master of the science of Bhagavad-Gita, and Arjuna is the first disciple for understanding the Gita. How Arjuna understands the Bhagavad-Gita is stated in the Gita itself. And yet foolish mundane scholars explain that one need to submit to Krishna, one need not submit to Krishna as a person, but to the unborn within Krishna. There is no difference between Krishna's within and without, and one who has no sense of this understanding is the greatest fool in trying to understand Bhagavad Gita. Yes, some people interpret Bhagavad Gita in so many different ways, right? Which is ridiculous. Text 8. Nahi prapashyami mama panudyad yach chokam ucho shanam idriyanam avapya bhuvmav asa patnam muridam rajam suranam api chari patyam. Na, do not. He, certainly. Prapashyami, I see. Mama, my. Panudyat, they can drive away. Yat, that. Shokam, lamentation. Ucho shanam, drying up. Indriyanam, of the senses. Avyapya, achieving. Bhumau, on the earth. Asapatnam, without rival. Ridam, prosperous. Rajam, kingdom. Suranam, of the demigods. Api, even. Cha, also. Adipatyam, supremacy. Translation. I can find no means to drive away the grief which is drying up my senses. I will not be able to destroy it, even if I win an unrivaled kingdom on earth with samadhi like the demigods in heaven. Purport. Although Arjuna was putting forward so many arguments based on knowledge on the principles of religion and moral codes, it appears that, okay, to be continued. Now let's read from Srimad Bhagavatam. All right. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Giridhar Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. We're reading from Canto 1, Chapter 8. Translation. Sutta Goswami said, having patiently heard her words, Lord Sri Krishna, who is always very affectionate to his devotees, could at once understand that Ashvatthama, the son of Dronacharya, had thrown the Brahmastra to finish the last life in the Pandava family. Purport. The Lord is impartial in every respect, but still he is inclined towards his devotees, because there is a great necessity of this for everyone's well-being. The Pandava family was a family of devotees, and therefore the Lord wanted them to rule the world. That was the reason he vanquished the rule of the company of Duryodhana and established the rule of Maharaj Yudhisthira. Therefore, he also wanted to protect Maharaj Parikshit, who was lying in embryo. He did not like the idea that the world should be without the Pandavas, the ideal family of devotees. Text 12. Tar yevata muni shrestha pandava pancha sayakan atmano bimukhan diptan alakshastran upadadu. Translation. Tarhi then, Eva also, Ata, therefore, Muni Shrestha, O chief amongst the Munis, Pandava, all the sons of Pandu, Pancha, 5, Sayakan, weapons, Atmana, own selves, Abhimukhan, towards, Deeptan, glaring, Alakshya, seeing it, Astrani, weapons, Upadadu, took up. Translation. O foremost among the great thinkers, Munis, Shanaka, seeing the glaring Brahmastra proceeding towards them, the Pandavas took up their 5 respective weapons. Purport. The Brahmastras are finer than the nuclear weapons. Ashvatthama discharged the Brahmastra simply to kill the Pandavas, namely the 5 brothers headed by Maharaj Yudhisthira and their only grandson, who was lying within the womb of Uttara. Therefore, the Brahmastra, more effective and finer than the atomic weapons, was not as blind as the atomic bombs. When the atomic bombs are discharged, they do not discriminate between the target and others. Mainly, the atomic bombs do harm to the innocent because there is no control. Yeah, that's true, right? The Brahmastra is not like that. It marks out the target and proceeds accordingly without harming the innocent. Okay, it's like a super missile. Vyasanam vikshatatesham ananya vishayatmanam sudarshanena swastrena swanam raksham vyadad vibhu. Vyasanam, great danger. Viksha, having observed. Tat, that. Tesham, there. Ananya, no other. Vishaya means atmanam, thus inclined. Sudarshanena, by the wheel of Sri Krishna. Swa Astrena, by the weapon, Swanam, of his devotees, Raksham, protection, Vyadat, did it, Vibhu, the Almighty. Translation. The Almighty Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, having observed that a great danger was befalling his unalloyed devotees, who were fully surrendered souls, at once took up his Sudarshan disc to protect them. Purport. The Brahmastra, the supreme weapon released by Ashvatthama, was something similar to the nuclear weapon, but with more radiation and heat. This Brahmastra is the product of a more subtle science, being the product of a finer sound, a mantra recorded in the Vedas. Another advantage of this weapon is that it is not blind, like the nuclear weapon, because it can be directed only to the target and nothing else. Ashvatthama released the weapon just to finish all the male members of Pandu's family. Therefore, in one sense, it was more dangerous than the atomic bombs because it could penetrate even the most protected place and would never miss the target. It's like a heat-seeking missile it's like the ultimate weapon. Right? Knowing all this, Lord Sri Krishna at once took up his personal weapon to protect his devotees who did not know anyone other than Krishna. In the Bhagavad-Gita, the Lord has clearly promised that his devotees are never to be vanquished, and he behaves according to the quality or degree of the devotional service rendered by the devotees. So Krishna reciprocates with your degree of devotional service. If you're fully surrendered, Krishna will, he reciprocates. So the people that are like fully Krishna conscious and fully surrendered to Krishna, they get more protection than people that are not. So you want to become fully surrendered to Krishna as much as you possibly can. As much as you possibly can. Surrender to Krishna as much as you can. If you want his blessings and you want his protection. If you don't want it, don't surrender. It's your choice. Free will, baby. Free will. Okay. We're reading from Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The chapter is Putana Killed. So these sparks can be covered by the influence of Maya, but the original fire Krishna cannot. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, even from the beginning of his appearance in the house of Vasudeva and Devaki. Krishna showed the nature of a small baby and closed his eyes as if to avoid the face of Putana. This closing of the eyes is interpreted and studied in different ways by the devotees. Some say that Krishna closed his eyes because he did not like to see the face of Putana, who had killed so many children and who had now come to kill him. Others say that Putana hesitated to take the baby on her lap because something extraordinary was being dictated to her from within, and that in order to give her assurance, Krishna closed his eyes so she would not be frightened. And yet others interpret it in this way. Krishna appeared in order to kill the demons and give protection to the devotees, as stated in Bhagavad-Gita, Paritranaya Sadhunam Vinashaya Cha Dushkritam. The first demon to be killed was a woman. According to the Vedic rules, the killing of a woman, a brahmana, cows, or a child is strictly forbidden. Krishna was obliged to kill the demon Putana, and because the killing of a woman is forbidden, according to Vedic Shastra, he could not help but close his eyes. Another interpretation is that Krishna closed his eyes because he simply took Putana to be his nurse. Putana came to Krishna to offer her breast for the Lord to suck. Krishna is so merciful that even though he knew Putana was there to kill him, he took her as his nurse or mother. There are 7 kinds of mothers according to a Vedic injunction: the real mother, the wife of a teacher or spiritual master, the wife of a king, the wife of a brahmana, the cow, the nurse, and Mother Earth. Because Putana came to take Krishna on her lap and offer her breast milk to be sucked by him, she was accepted by Krishna as one of his mothers. That is considered to be another reason he closed his eyes. He had to kill a nurse or mother, but his killing of his mother or nurse was no different from his love for his real mother or his foster mother Yashoda. We further understand from Vedic information that Putana was also treated as a mother and given the same facility as Yashoda. As Yashoda was given liberation from the material world, Putana was also given liberation. When the baby Krishna closed his eyes, Putana took him on her lap. She did not know that she was holding death personified. If a person mistakes a snake for a rope, he dies. Similarly, Putana had killed so many babies before meeting Krishna, and she mistook him to be like them. But now she was accepting the snake that would kill her immediately. When Putana was taken by Krishna, baby Krishna on her lap, both Yashoda and Rohini were present, but because she was so beautifully dressed and showed motherly affection toward Krishna, they did not forbid her. They could not understand that she was a sword within a decorated case. Putana had smeared a very powerful poison on her breasts, and immediately after taking the baby on her lap, she pushed her breastly nipple within his mouth. She was hoping that as soon as he would suck her breast, he would die. But baby Krishna very quickly took the nipple in anger. He sucked the milk poison along with the life air of the demon. In other words, Krishna simultaneously sucked the milk from her breast and killed her by sucking out her life. Krishna is so merciful that because the demon Putana came to offer her breast milk to him, he fulfilled her desire and accepted her activity as motherly. But to stop her from further nefarious activities, he immediately killed her. And because the demon was killed by Krishna, she got liberation. As Krishna pressed her breast extremely hard and sucked out her very breath, Putana fell down on the ground, spread her arms and legs, and began to cry, "Oh child, leave me! Leave me!" She was crying loudly and perspiring, and her whole body became wet. As she died screaming, there was a tremendous vibration on the earth and in the sky, on the upper and lower planets, and in all directions, and people thought that thunderbolts were falling. Thus, the nightmare of the Putana witch was over, and she assumed her real feature as a great demon. She opened her fierce mouth and spread her arms and legs all over. She fell exactly as Vritrasura did when struck by the thunderbolt of Indra. The long hair on her head was scattered all over her body. Her fallen body extended up to 12 miles and smashed all the trees to pieces. And everyone was struck with wonder upon seeing this gigantic body. It's a huge body, 12 miles. My goodness. Her teeth appeared just like plows, and her nostrils appeared just like mountain caves. Her breasts appeared like small hills, and her hair was a vast reddish bush. Her eye sockets appeared like blind wells, and her two thighs appeared like two banks of a river. Her two hands appeared like two strongly constructed bridges, and her abdomen seemed like a dried up lake. All the cowherd men and women became struck with awe and wonder upon seeing this, and the tumultuous sound of her falling shocked their brains and ears and made their hearts beat strongly. When the gopis saw little Krishna fearlessly playing on Putana's lap, they very quickly came and picked him up. Mother Yashoda, Rohini, and the other elderly gopis immediately performed the auspicious rituals by taking a tail of a cow and circumambulating his body. Hare Krishna. So Krishna killed the demon Putana. Yes, dead demons. Yes, it's so good. Got to kill those demons with inside and outside. You know, inside of us and outside of us. We got demons inside of us. Got to kill them. Nitai Goranga Jaya, Nitai Goranga, Nitai Goranga Jaya, Nitai Goranga, Nitai Goranga Jaya Gora Hari, Nitai Goranga Jaya Gora Hari, Jaya Sachinandana, Jaya Sachinandana, Jaya Sachinandana, Jaya Sachinandana, Jaya Sachinandana Gora Hari, Jaya Sachinandana Gora Hari, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Jai Radhe, Jai Jai Sham, Jai Jai Shri Vrindavan Dham, Jai Jai Nitai, Jai Jai Gaur, Jai Jai Shri Damayapur. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Radhe Radhe, Govinda Govinda, Radhe Radhe Radhe, Govinda Govinda, Radhe Radhe Govinda, Radhe Govinda, Radhe Radhe Shama Sundar, Radhe 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 Shama Sundar, Radhe Radhe Shama Sundar, Radhe Shama Sundar, Jayananda Yashoda Dula, Giri Varadari Gopal, 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 Radha, 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 Krishna, 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Krishna Balaram, Jaya Radha Shama Sundar, Jaya Sri Vrindavan Dham, Jaya Tulsi Marani, Jaya Giri Govardhan, Jaya Muna Devi, Jaya Sri Vrindavan Dham, Prabhupada, Jaya Srila Prabhupada, Nitai Gaura Haribo, Nitai Gaura Haribo, Nitai Gaura Premanani Hari Haribo, Jai Jai Sri Radhe, Jai Jai Sri Radhe, Jai Jai Sri Radhe, Sam. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna.